Mutton Chop Gaming. I'm the Mutton Chop Gamer and Super Smash Brothers. I have been waiting for this game for so long on the Wii U, and I want to keep this video as brief as possible so I can go play it some more. But first, you may notice I'm not in my usual studio. It's because I'm with family, and that's totally not the reason why I'm not playing this with the Puckish Rogue. The Puckish Rogue isn't playing this with me because he's still grounded for cutting off my mutton chops. But let's stop wasting time. Let's just play the game now. There isn't a story to speak of at all. It has about as much of a narrative as the N64 version. My best guess is that the Master Core is posing a threat to the world of Smash Bros, but that's just a guess on my part, like I said. Maybe it has something to do with the Master Core deeming the fact that 3 non-Nintendo characters are in the Nintendo universe, so he needs to bring it to balance, but friendship has to rule overall? Yeah, that sounds good, let's go with that. Now, in terms of aesthetics, holy crap, this game is beautiful! It runs at 60 frames a second, even with 8 players on the screen at once! The visual aesthetic is just wonderful. It's so crisp, clean, vibrant, dark when it needs to be. I've gone on record saying that visuals don't necessarily make the game, which they kind of do though, because who wants to look at an ugly game for over 10 hours? But this really makes the game stand far above the previous versions of Smash. Now, for the music, I only have a few things to say. On iTunes, each Smash song would probably go for about 99 cents each, plus tax. In Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, it starts with over 300 songs unlocked, with more to be found in the game. That's over $297,000 in music by iTunes standards. And it only goes higher and higher when you collect more music. However, that only addresses the quantity of the music. I haven't even told you the quality. It's good. Yeah, really, I love listening to this music. If I ever start exercising again, this is totally gonna be my soundtrack for that. My only issue is that the Club Nintendo rewards for owning both the Wii U and 3DS versions of Super Smash Bros. With the CD is that it only includes a fraction of the number of songs in both versions. Yes, it's technically not part of the game, so that won't affect this game's score at the end of this video. In terms of how you play it, let's skim over the basics. The main point of Smash Bros. Is to pick from a large roster of Nintendo characters, pick a stage from a Nintendo game, and fight sumo style where the goal is to knock your opponent out of the stage. You can set it to how many times you can knock them out within a time limit, how many times you just have to knock them out in general with stock, have a battle where you get coins from hitting each other, and a traditional style fighting game where your health goes down in a stamina match. You can also set how many and which items will appear in a match to help you out, including the Smash Ball. The player that breaks the Smash Ball does a very big attack that usually results in a KO. Stage effects vary from changing the layout mid-match to having a different layout at the start, scrolling, or they just stay still if you're of a tournament mindset. The new thing stages have this time around are bosses. There are 3 total, Metal Face, Yellow Devil, and good news, Ridley is now more than just a trophy in Smash. If you kill them, you get bonuses or they might even fight for you on the stage. This time around in matches, you can have up to 8 players all at once, but if you have 5 or more players, then you're limited into which stages you can fight on, because 8 players on smaller stages would be too fun and chaotic. My question is, why are some Omega forms of stages allowed and not others for 8-player Smashes? They're all basic, flat stages with different art designs, yes, but the art designs are enjoyable and make the game feel different. And sometimes that is all you need. And before people in the comments say that I have said a game feeling different rather than being different was bad, Omega stages are just Final Destination versions of the stages in the first place. They're meant to be like Final Destination without the commitment to a space background. It's an art thing, not a gameplay thing, and that makes it fine. The new items are pretty good, I'd say. They usually result in KOs or massive damage. The new Pokemon and Assist trophies work great too, with varying effects to help you in battle. Plus, there are over 50 new fighters to pick from. And if you include the different Miis you can make to put in the game, you can put anybody in Smash. But seriously, Nintendo, let me have mutton chops on my Mii, even if it's just in hat form. New to Smash Bros. Is Smash Tour, a board game in which everybody moves at once, collecting stats, characters, and items for a final match where whoever gets the most kills wins. There are also now stadium events where we have the home run contest, a test of endurance against fighting Mii teams, and Angry Birds. Wait, did I say Angry Birds? I meant to say Target Blast, where you can fire a bomb to blow up as many targets as possible. Oh wait, this is Angry Birds, my bad. There is All-Star mode as well, where you fight every fighter based on their spot on the Nintendo timeline. Classic mode has been changed up a bit too. Instead of a randomized solid line or choose your own path situation, you now control your trophy on a board to fight other trophies to earn coins, fighter parts, or even more trophies. This all culminates in a final battle based on the difficulty you chose at the beginning. You fight Master Hand, him and Crazy Hand, or both, and then the Master Core, who takes various forms, eventually becoming the Master Fortress, a labyrinth in which you have to break his heart. My ultimate question is this. There is no adventure mode this time around at all, and the Master Fortress is the closest thing we have, but it feels like more of a boss fight than an adventure. So, is it fair of a developer to take out one feature that was amazing if he puts in many more features that are fair? I don't feel that there is a right answer to this, but I'm personally going to say no. I liked the adventure modes of previous games, and taking it out entirely was just dumb, I feel. Oh yeah, I need to talk about amiibos now, don't I? Amiibos are small toys like Skylanders and Disney Infinity figures that you can train to fight. Honestly, they do get really hard and give you a good challenge. In fact, before my amiibo had reached its maximum level, both myself, my nieces, and my nephew couldn't take him down as a team. Developers, please take my ideas. Sakurai has said that even though Mewtwo is confirmed for DLC for people who have both the 3DS and Wii U versions of the game, it is unknown whether or not we will have other DLC for these games. I'd say go for it, Sakurai. There is still space for more characters and stages, and if you had a massive DLC pack with an adventure mode, I'd be happy. Oh, and if you'd make one of those DLC characters the SNES version of Simon Belmont, that'd be cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give this game an A-. Is it really good? Yes. Is it worth buying a Wii U for? Definitely. However, there are still those very minor issues I have. You know, the whole trade-off thing. Alright, that's it, and I'll see you all next week.